Hey everyone, welcome back to Beyond the 529. With the cost of college continuing to rise by the day, it's critical that we as a family leave no stone unturned when it comes to trying to find free money for college to lower our overall costs. And one of the best ways that we can do that are by taking advantage of the tax code and some of the tax credits that are available to you and your students. In today's video, I'm going to cover the basics of one of the most popular tax credits that are available, the AOTC. I'm Mike Bink, founder and president of Equivest Financial Advisors and founder of Beyond the 529, the channel dedicated to helping you as a family lower your cost of college as much as possible. I've helped hundreds of families throughout the country develop strategies to win the game of paying for college. If you'd like to learn more about how we can help you develop a plan to implement strategies like this, please click the link in the description below to learn how you can become our client. So what is the AOTC exactly? The AOTC stands for the American Opportunity Tax Credit, and it's a tax credit that's available to families of first-time college students that can provide a little bit of money back to put towards the expenses of paying for college. So how much is the AOTC? Well, in total, it's a $2,500 credit for undergraduate costs on an annual basis. And the way that's broken down is 100% of the first $2,000 that you spend will be credited back to you, and then 25% of the next $2,000. So it's important to remember that in order to get the full amount of credit, you need to spend at least $4,000 total towards the cost of college in a calendar year. You can claim the American Opportunity Credit for qualified educational expenses that you pay for a dependent child or for expenses that you pay for yourself or your spouse. So if you have several students in your family, you can claim multiple credits based on the expenses for each of those students. For example, if you have 3 kids in college at the same time, you can claim up to $7,500 total for one calendar year. Just like money that you would use from a 529 plan, you can only claim this credit towards qualified educational expenses. So what are the qualified expenses that are covered by the AOTC? In addition to mandatory enrollment fees and tuition at the school, you've got things like the cost of books and course materials that are required. It also covers key school supplies that your student might need, as well as any important equipment like a laptop that they're going to need for the class. Critical point to remember if you want to file for the AOTC is that you can't claim the credit for any 529 funds that you've used to pay for college. So the $4,000 amount that I talked about having to spend before has to come from non-529 assets. It's also important to remember that you can only claim the credit for a year the student carries at least a half-time course load for a minimum of 1 semester beginning in that year. In addition, the student has to be enrolled in a program that's going to lead to an associate's or bachelor's degree or some other type of credentialed program. The last thing to keep in mind about the AOTC is that there is an income phase-out rule in place. As your income increases as a family, your opportunity to file for the AOTC will decrease. So for example, an individual tax filer that's making $80,000 to $90,000 is going to lose some of the opportunity to file for that credit. Now, if you don't qualify as a family because your income is too high, there are still strategies that exist to help you take advantage of this tax credit. And that's where working with a financial advisor that specializes in the college planning process can really pay dividends and help you lower your cost of college. Make sure to check out my other video, FAFSA Mistakes to Avoid, which will help walk you through step by step exactly what you need to be on the lookout for as you file your FAFSA to ensure that you get as much financial aid as possible. If you're looking for more tips to help you become a more educated consumer of college education and master the college funding process to lower your costs of college, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel by clicking the buttons below. And if you want new videos every time they're posted to be delivered right to your inbox, please make sure to click that notification bell. If you'd like help navigating the college planning process and finding as much free money to lower your costs for college as possible, please make sure to click the link in the description below to learn how you can become our client and we can develop a plan for you to ultimately lower your costs as a family as much as possible and to protect your family's retirement.